Hi, I'm Carla Butorac and welcome to Behavior Communicates. If you're looking for a discreet yet effective way to give a sensory outlet for your secondary students, then you're in for a treat. I have with me today Jeannie Sugart, who is an assistant in one of our special education classrooms. Welcome, Jeannie.
Thank you.
Jeannie has been making what she calls Fidgees for some of our students, and when I saw what she was doing, I loved it and wanted to invite her to share what she does with you. So Jeannie, tell me how you got started with making Fidgees.
Well, I had a student to begin with that she had a chewy fidget that was hooked to her clothes, and whenever she was doing her work, it wasn't appropriate because she had a lot of saliva that was coming through the tube. So we needed to find something that was going to work while she was doing her schoolwork. So we started out with this fidget that I have, and it was just something that she needed to hook to her clothing, something that she liked to twirl. And so we used this and for her just to sit and twirl, and it got it through her, she got through her schoolwork a lot faster.
Jeannie, so I want to know how you went from something so simple as this to something more elaborate like these.
Well, after I had this student, the next student that I had, she had some sensory issues that we needed to go into the sensory room and check and see what they had available. In the drawer they had light up squishy balls, they had little block things that put together, there were different things like that. But if she took those into the class, the other students were noticing those kind of things, and if she had a little ball, it would sit on her desk, fall on the floor, she'd have to pick it up. And so she needed something that she could lay on her desk and still have the sensory there that she could go to when she needed it.
And something more age appropriate.
Right.
So that's when you started with something like this.
Yes.
Yes. Great. Okay, so how do you make these Fidgees?
Well, to begin with, I take a bandana, and this is one that I've sewn together, but I mark it off, and we take it and just sew the edges down and make a loop so that it can be something that they can hook to their clothes, and just add some things to it.
Okay, so tell me what you put on these Fidgees. I know you brought several examples, so kind of go through and tell me what you use to make these work for kids.
Well, I try to find things that they can just kind of touch whenever when they have the need for some type of sensory, and so I try to find things that have some texture to it, some things that are bumpy, some things that are soft, some things that are rough. We have like some Velcro that they can kind of rub back and forth.
And then you've got some like little fringe here.
Yes, things that they can kind of move back and forth in their fingers.
So tell me, what's inside here?
I've taken just some little puff balls and just put inside there, and I put several in there and just sewed it together to where they can move it back and forth with their hands.
Okay, that's cool. So what's going on with this one? This is colorful.
This one is a student that I'm working with this year, and she started off needing something just to kind of move around because she was picking at things on her skin, and she just needed something to have in her hands that could take place of that. And so we've just taken some soft things, some Velcro that's kind of rough that she can feel, some ribbon with some texture, some beads that she can kind of move back and forth. And then also,
what are these?
This is just some thread, some rough thread that you use for beading that kind of felt like the texture of her eyebrows, because that was an issue too. And so we added that to it, and she will rub that back and forth in her fingers quite often.
Okay. So you've got lots of things with different beads, different knots. Do you do custom work for people?
Yes. If you have a student that, or someone that just needs different kinds of texture, or maybe they're into more things that are more soft, you just add just about anything to it.
You got some beads over here. So how do you keep kids from pulling these apart?
I've done some reinforcements to where before I sew it together, I will sew inside and then also sew on the outside, and that way it makes it a little sturdier whenever they're going through their day, just so that it lasts a little bit longer.
Okay, so tell me, how much did this cost? Because I'm sure everyone watching wants to know.
They start at $10, and then depending on what you would like, if you would like some kind of hardware, for instance, this one here has got a loop on the back, and you can take a clasp and hook it to a backpack. They can hook it to their belt loop.
Nice.
They can hook it to a notebook. They can carry it around their wrist when they're walking down the hall.
That's
what
nice.
I like about it too is they can take it and they can stick it in their pocket
So it's discreet for the older
Yes.
student.
Yes.
Very nice. So how can they get a hold of you?
Well, I have a Facebook page that's Knit Nats and Beyond that they can go and contact me that way, or I also have an email too that's jeanniesugart@tds.net.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Behavior Communicates. I really appreciate you sharing your Fidgees with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me here at Behavior Communicates. Just remember, the more we know about how to help the child or the student we love, the better quality of life they will have. If you like this video and you want to be in the know, sign up for Behavior Communicates. You'll automatically get my weekly video and blog, plus other resources that I only share with my subscribers. Please like this video, leave a comment below, and share it with all of your parents, your teachers, your friends, and your coworkers on Facebook, Twitter, and all your other social media. You take care, and I'll see you next time.